Hey gang, it's Maria here from goalietrainingpro.com, and today what I'm going to do is take you through a little static stretch circuit. And this is a circuit that you do before your dynamic warm-up, before working out, practicing, or playing any games. So static stretch circuit, and then doing your dynamic warm-up. Some of you might have heard or be familiar with some research that showed static stretching decreases your peak force production or your peak power production. But if we follow it up with a dynamic warm-up, it kind of negates those effects, and then you're ready to hit the ice. So it's a little bit best of both worlds. It's something you've been doing in the Revolution gym for about 2.5 years, and it's really worked well, seeing our athletes really improve their flexibility and perform great in the gym. So let me take you through a little dynamic warm-up. This is a hip flexor with the foot on the wall. So sometimes you just kind of back your way in to the wall there and then bring one foot forward. Your knee should be cushioned, otherwise it's going to be really uncomfortable. And then just slowly come up with your whole torso until you feel a stretch in the thigh or the front of the hip of the leg that's down. So don't come all the way up if that means extending at your low back. Just come up slowly until you start to feel that stretch. It's a half kneeling groin stretch. So one knee is down, one leg is out, and then you're just sitting back in your hips to feel more stretch. Think about gliding your hips straight back. I don't want you to round your lower back as you do that. So my hands are inside this knee is pointing straight ahead. I'm trying to extend my back knee and be nice and tall in my spine. So right out the top of my hip, I'm trying to reach almost through my heel and through the top of my head. Then we'll go to a pigeon stretch. So our foot will come across this way, parallel to the floor, resting on the floor, and then I'm sitting back in my hips. Again, I don't want to sort of round over like that. I want to push my hips towards the ground and be long in my spine. Let me show you from the side what I mean. So not rounding over this way, pushing through those hips, and that stretch I feel in my glutes. This one feels nice. Sometimes people forget to include their upper body, so your hands out in front, sitting back in your hips, feeling a stretch through sort of the back part of your armpit. And halfway through the duration of the stretch, turn your palms up. Just get a slightly different angle. You should be getting a nice stretch through your lats. There are 2 exercises we do in this circuit where we'll just put our foot up on the bench. So you can do it in the locker room, just putting your foot up on the bench. This toe is pointed in slightly, and then your leg comes straight across. Keeping your chest up, making sure you're not rounding your back as you come through. Don't reach for your toe. I don't care if you touch your toe or not. I want you just to feel a nice stretch in here. It's an elevated hip flexor stretch. So one knee is down, one foot is up on a step, and then you're going to stay nice and tall through your torso. And again, you should feel a little stretch here. You might even feel a stretch in this hip.